I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word. Give me everything you've got for this wet ass P word. Beat it up, N-word, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P word is wet, come take a dive. It continued along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like, a lot more vulgar.
Don't trust China, China is asshole. Don't trust China, China is asshole. Don't trust China, asshole. Trust China, China is asshole. Don't trust China, China is asshole. Don't trust China, asshole. Don't trust China, China is asshole. Don't trust China, China is asshole. Don't trust China, asshole. Trust China, asshole. Trust China.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fucking bitch.
Welcome to the full Aussie. How good is that fucking intro? I just ripped it right now and uploaded it. How is everyone doing? How you doing, Ryno?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Back in town, but we lost one and we replaced him with a woman. His favorite.
Diversity, diversity, so you don't get accused of I don't know, pick a an accusation of lob at you. Pretty much.
On this channel we respect women's and stuff. Occasionally.
Yeah.
You said that with a straight face. Kudos.
Right off the bat, we have a $2 super chat through Streamlabs. Thank you very much. Common Sense America for $2 says, "Hail General Zod." I mean Lyndon. Thank you very much. Did you guys see that?
Hilarious.
Did you see that? That was fucking awesome.
I retweeted that with that laughing kid emoji because I just, as soon as I saw it, I honestly like laughed. It was just funny.
It was perfect. It was perfect. I love that
It
one.
was great.
Yes, thank you very much.
How are you doing, Lyndon?
Oh yeah. Woke up and was like, "Oh, we doing this stream? Ah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. We'll see what happens."
I was so drunk last week in the chat. After that wedding, it was yeah.
Oh yeah, we planned
was that
your
wedding?
future wedding on the high ground.
I did see that. I did go back and watch that.
Yeah, you and Grogu. You and Baby Yoda having a good
Apparently,
time.
everyone's going to get tracking fobs
Yeah, I
in
mean-
their.
Yeah, you never answered my question
Fuck
on Twitter about that. Does that mean you and Grogu are a dyad?
Oh,
Fuck diet.
those memes were actually really good, Daniel. Anyway, they were great.
That was really good. All right, let's see who we got. Keely, how are you doing? Hey, everybody. Metal Long. I think that's a Lethal second channel with Long Metal. Found the stream. How to make your day go faster. Well, thank you for being here. Mara herself says, "Am I going to speak or am I going to stare at my computer for 2 hours?"
Well, you're here, so you're going to speak.
Yeah.
No. Morning, Orange Chat. How you doing? Common Sense America. Yes, thank you for that super chat. Someone have a meter running of how many words I actually speak. All right. Well, I think we're already past 300. That's good.
We actually finally found a way to get Lethan to say more than a couple of words on the full Aussie. We just get him to host.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. I don't know what that is. Lord Vader, how you doing? Oh yeah, we'll get into some discussions about WandaVision. Who are people? Some people are on some of the fence, either side of the fence. We'll see.
I'm not on any fence. I'm never on a fence. I'm either one side or the other side.
So one side of the fence.
Fence.
You replaced him with a man in the relationship. What?
I think it's talking about me.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
You always sit on one side of the fence though, and the grass always looks greener on the other side until you get there and find out that green grass that you saw is just dirt
Or weed.
Yeah.
or that. What?
Yes. And we got another guest. That's Charles, eh?
Oh yeah. I thought you were actually happy.
No,
we had
no.
another guest.
We got a cat.
Charles-
We got a cat.
He was literally just asleep. He always does this.
Aw,
We start
he
streaming.
wants attention.
he knows. Skirmitar, how you doing? What's up?
I'll scare him
Yeah.
soon.
Cute cat.
Well, yeah, most likely. Just bring up 2 words: Star Wars.
Yeah. Fuck Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That rock.
Oh, you saw the new character? quote,
yeah,
unquote,
the amazing, stunning, and brave character.
I just find it funny. Like, I put out a couple of videos this week about how they've been trying to push the High Republic so much through their YouTube channel. It's all they've been able to pretty much push at the moment because they're not really doing anything else. And of course, they're trying to also use this to diminish the backlash from Gina Carano, and it's obviously just ramping up more and more. But I just find this whole thing with the High Republic, it's so, the characters are bad. I've got people in my chats going, "Oh, just give it a chance," and then I see in the comics it's like they use the pronouns thing, not he, they, or something, and it's just, oh, come on, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Lyndon doesn't care. It's Star Wars.
No,
And
I'm
he
pulling
literally
up
hit
the
rock
tweet.
bottom.
Thanks, Mara.
We're
That's a Stieg level pun.
Oh, thank you.
I actually missed it.
She said they hit rock bottom.
Oh yeah, they literally a
Oh
fucking
my
rock.
God, Eagles.
Yes.
He revived like a phoenix after Grogu and had a good time
No.
at the wedding.
I definitely tried. Definitely tried to get COVID booty, but I was pretty blind.
I know. I was just taking the piss along.
Pretty blind.
What the? There it is. Me being on stream means he's going to talk. Let's see. I've already done way too much at the moment.
Yeah, he's done his monthly quota in like 7 minutes of a stream.
See, you guys asked me to talk, and then he goes, "Did I ever shut up?" All right, I'll see how it is. Okay.
No, you're
Yeah,
in
what?
control tonight.
I'm the captain
As
now.
we do on the full Aussie.
Oh, yeah.
Now, last week you had Alexis kneading the dough, and I didn't actually stay up long enough. I kind of passed out before the stream ended, so I didn't see who won the caption. But you've got to caption this. It's like a part 2 from last week. She's now finished. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Nothing like a warm apple pie.
Yeah. So there's the caption, guys. Get those captions in. Start thinking. Start brainstorming.
We'll just tell your mother that we ate it all. American Pie, greatest fucking
love
movie.
that.
Oh, I just Wanda, I made you a pie. I'd love
Wanda.
to see. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, we will have a look at Elizabeth Olsen in that.
Oh man, so hot.
Yes.
So hot. Very, very hot.
This is on the
Is
shelf.
that the right? Is that the right line? What movie is that from? Come on.
Huh?
What movie
I
is
mean-
that from?
I don't know.
So hot.
I thought you were talking about Grace
Who
Randall.
would sing? Come on, Chad. Somebody's got to. I'm pretty sure I've got it right.
I don't.
I'll just, I guess, look it up because sometimes you can look based
What are
on
you
lyrics.
talking
And...
about?
It's Billy Madison when he sees
Oh,
the teacher.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is fucking awesome. Back in the day. Oh,
Anyway.
wow. Right, who else?
Yes, Beagle's got it.
Beagles. Yeah, Beagles said you can sit on the sharp part of the fence. That's pretty funny.
No.
So, well, Quicksilver was a nobody. Well, yeah.
Let's get into One Division. We'll take the caption down. Think of your captions, everyone. Let's go straight into it. Fuck it. Let's talk
Alright.
about this garbage trash fire of a mess.
What's up, extra girl? I'd love for someone to make you a pie. Okay. Well, Mark, are you available? All right, let's take a look.
A cyborg pie.
All right, let's just start with the good parts first. Then we'll start with the good parts.
The good parts? What's the good part? Oh, she looked fine as hell when she transformed. Yes. And I think there's a few people that have had a few issues with the outfit. I don't know. I thought it was fine.
It looks like the way it manifested was pretty cool too. When she was like in the
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with the suit. It's reminiscent of her original costume in the comics, but it's not like everything in the comics can easily translate to the screen, or like would look good on the screen.
That's right. It's kind of like if you did the X-Men and you made them like the animated characters. Could you imagine seeing Wolverine in that outfit?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Well, they did have that outfit, remember, as a teaser. They never used it.
I understand that. There was just a little Easter egg that they threw in and it was okay. But could you imagine if they actually looked like what they looked like when they were originally made? I don't know. I don't think it would adapt well.
Well, they did put that in the Halloween episode, the original. Super
Well, yeah,
bright
like that'd
red
be
one.
like something like a cost, like literally, like you said, a Halloween episode's like a costume, but like actual translation from comic to
This is so much better.
screen.
This is so much better.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I'll give them credit for is the fact that they were actually able to make her look sexy in this day and age. It's like, you know, it wouldn't have surprised me if they tried to flatten her chest out, take away those curves, the hips. You know what I mean? With the way it is these days, I mean, with the way comics are being drawn these days as well, female characters, they look like men, half of them. You know, so credit to them for actually making her look sexy. She does look sexy.
Do you remember what she looked like in her original stuff, like in Ultron? Like with that, or Civil War with that suit with let me pull up this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once quickly, we got $2 super chat from Will. Thank you very much, Will. Says Victoria is assho. It wasn't a fuck Victoria, so it wasn't $31. It was just Victoria is assho.
No, I disagree. New South Wales. It's their internet that's the problem.
All right, let me see if I can pull up this Civil War suit.
Inspect the
Scarlet Witch. Name? Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. Civil War.
Well, did you watch it, Mara?
No, I have yet to catch up. I think I got through like episode 5 before I dropped off and had no time. And I'm debating whether or not to go back, knowing what I know about.
It was after the Jenna Carano thing. You fell off after the Jenna Carano thing, didn't you?
No, not really. Just kind of like time and energy, and just I had no real vested interest in the show. I was watching it to see like how it would turn out, and it's supposed to lead into Doctor Strange 2, which is what I'm like of the MCU, future MCU, looking forward to because of Sam Raimi.
Yeah,
and so, but now like knowing what I know, and it's like almost pointless. I'm like, do I really want to go back and watch the last 4 episodes?
Well, this is the thing. It's left us with massive mystery boxes, massive story threads that now aren't tied up in a nice little bow at the end of this series because they've got to have their mystery boxes that spread into everything else. So I suppose the only thing that I'll say is if you want Doctor Strange to whatever comes from this in Doctor Strange, you'll want to watch it just for the sake of knowing how it's attached because it's going to. I mean, there's so much in this. There's so much in this episode alone that doesn't make sense. And I even said in my stream, whenever I did Casual Rage, that there's no way, even in an hour, even if they actually did an hour on screen, they couldn't tie up all the threads. There was just too much.
Yeah, Will's like each episode was like 5 minutes long. It's sarcastic, but it felt like it with some episodes. You're like, what? Is that it? Okay, that's
the first 3 episodes at least. Like you're kind of sitting there, and the only thing that caught anyone's attention was anything that happened at the end of each of those episodes. Oops. You know, when Wanda saw the beekeeper guy coming out through the tunnel. I mean, what happened to him in the end? Like, what was the whole thing for her in regards to that? Like, there's so many, but all of those, you know, when we went through the different periods of time, there was so much in there that they didn't need to put in there, and they could have. I don't know. I mean, maybe they did because it had to set it up in some way, but I just was so disappointed disappointed by this.
Let me pull up this one and I'll get to the chat in a sec. It was the ending, the very, very ending. So this is contrasted with the Doctor Strange bit. So Doctor Strange used his astral projection to study while he was sleeping in his real body. And the end of this was kind of like her sitting on the porch like Thanos at the end of Infinity War. And then she walks back to get the tea. And then it goes into another room and she's doing this in another form. And then she hears her kids. Spoilers. She hears her kids in another dimension or another universe. And then it's like she's gone to go find them.
But okay,
that's the time.
Here we go. She created the kids, and they died after the orb thing was broken down. Like they disappeared. Or at least they didn't. You don't see them disappear, but it's implied that way, very very strongly. They don't exist. And if they do exist in an alternate, like in a part of the multiverse, it's Vision. Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused by it. I actually watched it with Stig, and at the end of it, I'm like, is that it?
Yeah.
Like that's. I'm so confused. The White Vision. They go through this conversation. I thought that conversation was great between the two Visions. Mm-hmm. The way the Red Vision basically got the White Vision to recognize that he is actually Vision and that his mission is then to basically kill himself, and he can't do that. So
he gave him all his memories.
Yeah, and then he gave him his memories, but that is honestly the last moment we see the White Vision.
Yeah, and then I was talking to Stig as well. I think he was saying, well, why didn't he just go and see his wife? It's like he's got the memories of his family and his wife. I'm like, yeah. But
I agree. That's the conversation we were having.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. I'm like, I'm not defending that bit, but the rest of the way he got there was pretty cool. It's like, it's basically.
Well, hold on. I don't think about it in the moment where Vision was still there. I'm thinking about it after the whole thing's broken down, right? Mm-hmm. So she's now stopped the whole illusion, right? Mm-hmm. She's standing there in the broken down house that hasn't been built yet, and she walks away, and then she walks through the town. She has that conversation with Monica.
Daggers, death stairs. We should walk through them.
Yeah, but she walked up to Monica, had the conversation with her, and then she pissed off. Mm-hmm. Where is the White Vision? Like, if he's got the memories of Vision, then he loves Wanda.
Yeah.
Right? So where is he to give her that happy ending? I mean, he knows. The White Vision knows what Wanda's going through, the pain that she's going through, right? Because Vision just gave him all his memories up until the point that he knows.
Mm-hmm. So
he knows. How many times can I say knows in a sentence?
No.
Anyway, I don't understand how he just disappears. And that's, again, the last we see of him. So there's another thread that they need to tie up in something else that they do. Probably show up in, what's the next show that's coming?
Falcon Winter Soldier, I doubt.
Or the Loki. He'd probably show up in Loki.
Yeah. Loki's a different timeline, I think, because I did the video on that. Once Loki takes the Tesseract out of 2012, he goes to a different timeline because that's literally can't happen anymore in the main time.
But man, I was also so disappointed by, okay, first of all, we got told that there's going to be a Luke Skywalker level event. Now, if you ask me, there was no such thing as a Luke Skywalker level event. It was all garbage anyway. But if it really was either Quicksilver in that previous episode that they were talking about, now they retconned that too, by the way, because Quicksilver we found out was actually just a projection created by Agatha. But in this last episode, Agatha's actually got his body from somewhere. She's controlling him using this necklace. Monica rips that off him, but his Ralph, he's actually
Boner.
Ralph.
Boner.
Ralph
Boner.
What?
His name is
Bohner.
And it is the Ralph that what's her name was talking about. But again, I'm so confused now.
It was a fake out. It was a fake out. He's not.
No.
That's such bullshit.
Hold on. I thought the multiverse was open based on the fact that Quicksilver showed up. But then we're told that no, the multiverse isn't actually open. This is just Agatha that's actually controlling the whole thing and just making sure that Wanda keeps this massive projection going so that she can take her power, her magic. And then
I guess I could do that.
they have this conflict. I mean, we didn't get a Magneto. We didn't get any, like, I look at it from all the different stories that they grabbed as well and sort of meshed together, and they can't find an end to it because they've meshed all the storylines together to give a satisfying ending. It's impossible.
The problem was that this show was supposed to end, and then a month or two later, Doctor Strange 2 was supposed to come out. That was the original timeline for MCU. And then what happened was 2020, and now Doctor Strange has been pushed back the whole year till May next year. So now we've got to wait. It wasn't supposed to. I don't think it was supposed to be this massive tie-in. Mm-hmm. And like even the director said, "Oh, everyone's fan theories. You're going to be disappointed," and everyone was, because that setup was such bullshit. That was media asking the questions to the actors. Like, do you think there's going to be a massive Luke Skywalker level event that's going to? And she's like, yes, it's going to. Like, do you reckon she actually watched Mandalorian?
Most likely,
or
not.
Is Disney saying, yeah, make sure if they talk about this, make sure you say yes, so we're going to get the hype up. I don't know if she actually would have watched Mando.
I kind of want to respond to Blake's comment. Like, he assumes the multiverse stuff when Quicksilver showed up. Well, we assumed it's like safely because basically they got the rights to X-Men through the Fox buyout. And when you have a show that's supposed to lead into literally a movie that says Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, I mean, like it's kind of like, I would say, almost a safe assumption, but then they pull the rug out from underneath you and say, well, we're not just subverting your expectations, we're outright lying in this case.
Subverting your expectations.
Yes.
So 1 sec, we got a $5 super chat from Pastor G. Thank you very much. Says, a little support for my favorite Aussies. Oh, thank you, man. God bless. You guys are appreciated. No, you're very appreciated. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that super chat. Now, Ralph Boner, what a fucking setup that was for a dick joke. I mean, props to Marvel.
It didn't. I mean, granted, it didn't exactly have to be Pietro, because then they would have to explain like how he came back, considering he died in Age of Ultron. But at the same time, it's like if you're setting it up that like, at least like it didn't have to be the Pietro that she knew from that.
No, but he does say that that's the last thing that he remembers is the fight with Ultron and being killed by him, and then Wanda also sees him when she turns and sees him dead. Like, that's another thing, like, that didn't really sort of tie up for me, is she turned around and she saw Vision dead. She also turned around and she saw Quicksilver dead with all the bullet holes in him, based on how he died in Age of Ultron. I don't know. Can anyone explain this to me?
I'm trying to figure it out myself. And I haven't watched the episodes, but
no. Doctor Strange's gonna fucking do something weird. Raimi's gonna pull out something crazy with Doctor Strange 2. Apparently, did you know that they're nearly finished filming that in a month or so? And not one thing has been heard, like publicly. Sure, like on Reddit and 4chan, there might be some things on the dark webs, but publicly, there's been fuck all, which is interesting because we've got set pics of Hawkeye series. We know about Thor because it's filming over here. What else is coming out? Something else as well we know about, but not one thing for Doctor Strange. Spider-Man that we've seen set pics for. We've seen set pics for that.
Spider-Man,
Doctor Strange,
homeless, no way home.
Homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless. Quickly, we got a super chat. Let me check. I'll tell you whose name it is. It's not. It's funny as fuck though. It says from Lyndon's mum. Oi, what the fuck is this? Lyndon, really? Full Aussie gone to shit. For $31. Now, I'm not gonna say who it is, but let's say thank you. Thanks, Mum.
That's funny.
Oh God, thank you very much for that. So we did just have.
Did you like it?
I thought the show was pretty decent up until there was that one episode where I thought was bullshit filler, which was the one where she turns the whole place into the circus at the end. Like that was like the very end was all. I think that was the Halloween episode. Yeah, I was like, hey, it was a bit of a bullshit episode until the very end. And then once the director said this is going to be a disappointment. I'm like, okay, well, obviously they're not going to address anything in a TV show. Why would they do that when they have? How many people are going to watch this show compared to an actual movie that they could make theatrical release on? How many people?
See, that's like what I wasn't exactly happy with the direction of like the MCU, and that, like, you know, Steph has brought it up before as well, and that is, it's not just like having to read comics to understand necessarily what's going on. It's like you have to watch this show to understand what's going on in this movie, and then you have to watch this to understand what's going on here, and you have to watch, you know, it's like who's like like you said, who's going to be sitting down to watch every MCU show and remember how it's tied into the MCU films?
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we get a single season of this show, and we don't get a satisfying conclusion to the show. I understand if they, let's say, they should have tied up everything in a nice little neat little bow and then done a end credit scene but everything throughout this was trying to answer a question but leaving more questions open. And it's just, there was nothing satisfying about this for me. We're supposed to feel like remorse and everything for Wanda, but
that was the best bit. The way they showed her. Okay, I talked about this on my stream as well. You got to remember that her timeline is different to everyone else's, because she literally saw Vision.
No, I get it.
She killed Vision to save the world,
and then she saw
to save the universe, and then Thanos killed him in front of her, snapped her. She comes back. Like, you got to think that's instant for her. So straight away he dies. She comes back, tries to kill Thanos. Thanos goes away. This is literally straight after Endgame. She goes off by herself, and she's broken, man. And then the way they did that, I think, with some elements was good. The way they did it with the whole show, nah, it could have been done better.
But this is the thing about the hex, like the actual thing that she blew out, right? In this, it's explained that she did it, yes, but she didn't actually know what she was doing. It was chaos magic. It just happened, right?
Because she can't control it yet.
That's a way to redeem her. I get that, but it's not the way. From what I recall and what I know about this story, is she actually created it and she knew what she was doing.
But she had an idea that I want to create this ideal that I have of having a family and Vision and have a husband, and this is all I want.
Yeah, but that's where then, when I think it was Doctor Strange that came in, put her in a coma, and it was Magneto that saved her. Fat Steven was talking about this on my stream. It's just,
they're not going to introduce X-Men fucking characters in this show. Not as many people are going to see. They're going to go to the next movie and be like, "Oh, when did this happen?"
So what? They're going to tease us and tickle the end of our dicks and say, "Here's Quicksilver. Here's your member. Here's your member berries. You remember your favorite character from the X-Men stuff that we did that was actually okay?" Like,
yeah, we spoke about that. He fucked off.
Yeah, that makes no sense. That is, for me, a massive writing error and a massive plot hole, because that just does not add up. But everything's, like I'm saying, they're trying to leave everything so open. That mystery box is so open right now with all these different mysteries, all these different storylines, that it's like sort of Mara was saying, how many people are actually going to watch every single show to be able to have this all tie together? Who here thinks that this was supposed to be a movie?
I've heard they said they could have tied it up in a less than 2-hour movie, but I don't know.
I mean, each episode, probably there are like 9 episodes.
Yep.
If you took out the little filler bits in each of the episodes, they could have, I think they could have done it in a 2-hour movie.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't have done it satisfyingly, because this wasn't done satisfyingly. They actually needed more time. They could, to tie up all these little threads that now they've even opened up, and all the questions that everyone's got. They could have done another 5 episodes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I don't know if they want that. They want to leave it like,
no, of course they don't. That's right. They want people to stay, on Disney Plus and getting the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then Loki, and then there's going to be the movies that they're going to have, Doctor Strange, and they're all going to tie in together. with what they put out, they needed more time, and they just I don't. It doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make sense because, in all honesty, I've lost interest. I'm now thinking I'm going to go into Falcon and Winter Soldier to have mystery boxes opened, couple little Easter eggs here from One Division and this and that, and then at the end of it, it's just going to be more mystery box. There's no satisfying. They want to get. It's kind of like Endgame was supposed to be the satisfying conclusion. Well, it wasn't really that satisfying, but it was the conclusion to this ultimate story, and that's what they're trying to do with this. They're trying to weave the web, but they can't because they've messed it up.
You didn't like Endgame's ending?
I didn't think it was great. I'm with a lot of people when it comes to the time travel stuff. It gets very messy when you incorporate time travel, and they could have probably done it differently. They didn't necessarily have to have Thanos destroy the rings. The rings. Fixing Lord of the Rings. They didn't have to have him destroy the Infinity Stones. And they could have dragged that story out, and they could have made it epic too. It could have just been a fucking 2-hour fight,
for the Stones. Yeah, but then it was so hard. If he had them already, he could have done whatever he wanted.
I'm just saying. They did
toy around with a lot of ideas.
Travel, I didn't like it.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying this too. MCU ended with Endgame, same way the DC animated universe ended with Justice League. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I can sit there and I can watch Endgame. It's not that bad that it's like, this is shit. But like, it's not massively satisfying, but it does tie up the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. This kind of makes a little bit of sense. He went off and was like, "Hey, who created me? Why the fuck? What the hell?" But I guess, he'd still want to be there. If it was like he felt that was his family, he'd be like staying there. And they couldn't have both Visions staying there with him. It made more sense, like an emotional payoff for like just have that Vision and the kids go.
Mm-hmm.
But whether
you have both Vision stay and do like the MCU version of My Two Dads.
Yeah,
yeah. But the other thing too, whether you like it or not, and whether you see it or not, it's woke. It's subliminally woke, especially at the end.
What?
You've got what? Well, you've got Wanda, who's now pretty powerful, and she goes.
She's already the most powerful.
I'm not saying she's not, but hear me out for a second. I'm just throwing her in with how they tied up each story. So, the main bit that is woke is where the guy goes to shoot the kids.
How's that woke?
Well, man, you've got a white male shooting at kids for no fucking reason, and you've got a black female coming in to save the day.
No, I'm sick of seeing okay. But they didn't.
Well, really explain why isn't that all woke? And especially the end, you've got all the women going off and being and the men being arrested, and you've got the FBI agent, the Asian guy being promoted, like everything. And guess who? You got the female scroll that shows up to take what's her name and says, "You're really strong and powerful. Guess who wants to see you now?" Like, well, I don't know.
The way she was made, Photon, they didn't really go.
I didn't like that either.
I was jumping in my seat. I was like, holy shit, this is it. She's gonna be Photon. And then a lot of people weren't happy with that. I was like, just because she's a black female and she runs through, she already had her cells affected.
Photon.
She already had her cells affected.
The issue I have is that Monica Rambeau
became Photon.
The issue I have is not with her becoming Photon. The issue I have is the fact that she was Captain Marvel before.
That's my issue. That's my issue.
And she could have been
from Captain Marvel. She creates Photon from that. It's not. Yes. It's not. She goes through the hex and she becomes Photon. She goes through it 3 times, and it molecularly changes her cells on a
it already changed her
level.
Cells. It already changed her cells when she came out. They found that out. And then when she goes back in, she had to push through it so then she could actually use her power to get through. And then she turned into Photon. But when the guy, it was kind of like a Winter Soldier-ish bit because it turned into, they're kind of like the bad guys now. They're the Hydra agents who are posing as the Shield guys at the end, and then he was like the Pierce character who's going to kill the kids. It wouldn't really done much because
he sends in Vision to go and kill the other Vision,
and then he finds out he's
and then he wants to just shoot at these kids. Now I understand that I just
it's because he wanted no trace of what happened.
I don't know.
That's what he said. He wanted no trace of what happened. He wanted to clean up everything, and then nothing ever happened, and that fucked up.
Okay.
Because she was having a fight.
I thought, whether you saw it or not, again, I see it as subliminal messaging of wokeness within this. And with what we're hearing about it going to the MCU, this all doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you. It doesn't. I mean, you guess who Monica's going to see, who that person is upstairs. Do you know who it is?
Bestest ever.
No, I think it's
no.
Fury.
It's Fury. It is Fury because he.
I think it's Fury, right?
Yeah.
But guess who's going to be with him?
The bestest ever.
The bestest ever.
That's exactly right. You wait. I'm putting it out there now. This is just my prediction. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think that it's all, and it's all going to be the women power.
Well, they literally set up the A-Force with that. When their clocks synchronized in that scene in Endgame, pretty much.
Yeah. Hey, Peter Parker. Oh God.
Yeah, like they basically like set up the A-Force. I really would not be surprised. Plus, this is a while back, but Feige did say that Captain Marvel was going to take over.
There were people in the theater I was sitting in when that scene came on, and they're like, "Yeah!" They're like full on out loud. Yeah.
I just saw something. Remember that bit in one of the first couple episodes where he says, "I can't remember anything before this." Remember? Then how the hell does he have all the memories of Vision and give it to him?
Because he's now gone outside the hex, and didn't something happen in between there?
He started getting ripped apart though. I don't think.
Yeah, but there was something that happened there. There was more.
Oh my!
Because they also had the conversation. I'd have to see it again. But again, the other thing too is, what about the ads, the commercials that we saw within the show? Where's the little tie out for those? Why didn't? Who were those characters playing those roles on the
they will like suppress memories.
Well, again, why don't we get an explanation for why those ads are the way those ads are? Why is there a Hydra ad? Why is there a Stark ad?
Because she was built by Hydra.
And she was built by Hydra, and the bomb landed in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the Nexus spray? She's created a Nexus. No. Like, again, there's so many things within that we just don't get any answers to. It's like little Easter eggs for people. And this is what I went on Fat Steven Seagal's stream after the show that night. Didn't end up getting to bed. I ended up watching some of your stream too. But they throw all these little Easter eggs in, the member berries, right? From comic books and for the comic book people. And they get all hyped. And then this last episode is this is exactly like a your Snoke theory sucks kind of moment. It's the directors and the writers of this show going, all this stuff that we were putting in, all the little Easter eggs, all these little things for you to notice. Well, guess what? It means fucking nothing. Nothing.
That's what I want to ask. I know that the people living in that town or whatever it's called, the spell would have been broken, but how did they, what happened to them? Did they just go about their normal lives, or?
So that they do seem like pretty broken people now that the hex has been taken off them, and they, got their own thoughts and their own feelings and everything back. Especially in that end scene where she's walking down the thing and they're all got dagger eyes for her. But it's those people that actually make Wanda realize that what she's been doing isn't actually healthy, and it's actually been hurting people, which she didn't know that she was doing, which again, for me, is wrong. They needed to make her the bad guy, but also her being controlled by Mephisto. Where's Mephisto? Wasn't the Funko Pop released? And we're like, what is that about? Disney,
But she
man,
said she saw herself as the villain already. She said, maybe I already am. So
that's another reason why I feel like this final episode is a your Snoke theory sucks moment, because they baited all of us with the Funko Pop of Mephisto. They baited all of us with the nostalgia. They baited all of us with the Easter eggs.
Mhm.
And then they flipped us the bird and said, ha ha ha, we got all your money, you fucking suckers. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like I wasted my time on this show. It didn't add up to anything. And yes, I had expectations. I think I talked about them on my stream. There were certain things that I needed them to happen in regards to how I remember them from the stories, the threads that I've seen, stuff that I've read in my encyclopedia, stuff that I've talked about with the people that have read the comics and everything. It's they can't adapt source material well at all over there at Disney. Not that they've got any, right?
Well, that's a different.
Oh no, it's
department,
different to
but-
Lucasfilm, but still, I don't understand where these writers are coming from. I don't know how a writer, a person who professionally writes, can write this script and go at the end of season 9, yep, I'm satisfied with that. I don't know how a writer can do that.
That's why
I
think that
wouldn't be
maybe it was a bit of the
satisfied if I was
studio.
writing that. I mean, I was talking about it on I don't know, one of the streams I was doing. I'm writing a prequel. It's just like, I'm not writing a book. It's a prequel to The Karate Kid, right? It's like a bit of a screenplay sort of thing that I'm just sort of putting it together. I just, something that I thought about. I'm finding it easier to adapt the source material that I've got from what I get out of the movies to adapt a prequel to a young Miyagi, right? It's very easy when you've got things to go off and they just don't do it. I don't get it. These people are being paid to write these scripts. These people are being paid to write these stories and they're not doing it well at all.
But maybe that's why I think the studio was like, oh, we can't put all that stuff in there. Let's just do like a little tag at the end to kind of set up what's coming forward for her. But then we've got to do a Falcon Winter Soldier. We got that coming up, so we've got to do that.
Do you think that's good storytelling? Do you think
that's
that?
what I'm saying?
No, I'm just asking. Do you think that's good storytelling? To have it.
I think if they had it and it was supposed to be a short tie-in that was going to come out for a movie in a month, it made more sense instead of coming out in a year like it was supposed to. But they go, I think they knew how long they had, and they're like, well, yeah, let's end it with this. But that's the way they've been doing things for ages. Like every movie you watch with Marvel, it's like, oh, there's a massive setup for the next one, so I got to come out watch the next one. A massive setup for the next one. That's what they're doing all the time.
Was there any issues with production on Wonder Vision?
Wonder Woman? Yeah.
Yeah.
1984.
Yeah. No, were there any issues on WandaVision? Like, did they have to do reshoots of anything, or did they have to get a director in late like they did on The Mandalorian, which justifies why it's such a trash episode? The Boba Fett's got knee cannons.
I think like the only thing that they faced was like basically the delays from the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
But I don't remember like reading anything. I figured like if something like that happened, it would have at least made the sites I check for whenever I do my videos to see if there's anything like newsworthy topic to make a video on, and I didn't see anything like that.
Okay.
I
don't know.
I don't know.
WandaVision's over, and we're left with questions. Lots of them.
As Marvel does with every movie.
Yeah. But they don't tend to leave every thread. This is what I'm saying. Like with all the movies, every single movie that we had in that 10-year period, there was that end credit scene, right? Now, the movie tied up in a nice little bow at the end, right? We got mainly satisfied conclusions to every story that we got within that movie. And then we get the end credit scene, which gives you a nice little snippet for what's next. This was a build-up through 5 episodes to a 3-episode middle of explaining what happened, right? And then while leaving all these questions still open while we're going through all of this. And then that very last episode, we're supposed to get the questions answered of what's actually going on. And all it amounts to is Wanda bringing it all in, learning her lesson, not learning her lesson. I can't believe I even said that. Actually learning her lesson. And that's how it ends. But then it also leaves us with massive amounts of questions.
Well, I don't know.
One in the chat if you liked WandaVision as a whole. 2 if you didn't. I'm just curious to see. If I was going to give this show a rating, it gets a 5 out of 10.
Better than Mando?
It's
honestly, you can't. The amount of shit that was. Okay.
Oh, I actually probably think the Mando's a little bit better than this, but that's not saying much for WandaVision, is it?
Mandalorian's better than that. Okay.
Maybe not. I think they're on par with each other. They're both poorly written. They both dragged out and had a lot of filler episodes and a lot of questions left open to like give you the spin-offs, and that's what WandaVision did as well. We get spin-off after spin-off after spin-off, and we didn't get the spin-off stuff throughout WandaVision, but right at the end they give us a lot of spin-off shit because everything's got to tie up somewhere else. They can't tie it up at the end. So the way that they could have done this better is to give us that satisfied conclusion, either make Wanda the bad guy or actually get her redeemed properly, right? Which they couldn't have done in 9 episodes. But if they wanted to do it, tie it up and then give us an end credit scene that links this to your next thing that you're doing, like how they did the movies.
What redeeming is she going to get?
Well, the thing is it's not just a matter of her being told by the people that she's torturing that she's hurting them and everything that makes her snap back. Her pain is stronger than that. She doesn't care.
No, she said she thought she was making everyone happier, and then she realized that she wasn't.
Yeah, and that basically then goes poof, done. That's not how it works. She was so angry and everything that she actually was a bad person. This is my understanding. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but she sets this thing up. I believe it's Doctor Strange that ends up putting her in a coma, which doesn't actually shut down the hex. It's not until Magneto shows up and saves her and teaches her the lesson.
So you're talking about comics?
Well, yeah, but again, I understand that they're not going to do it beat for beat based on the comics. I get that. But if they're going to adapt the story, they've grabbed storylines from this story thread, this story thread, this story thread. They've mashed it into this. And that's why they can't tie up any stories, because there's too many. If they had done this properly and taken out a bit of the filler stuff, end of these last couple of episodes with her, like that last episode, her going through her childhood and everything, showing us things that everything we already knew. We didn't need to see it.
Well, no consequences. They were about to come and get her, and she flew away. Now she's got the consequences of dealing with that, and now she's like sitting on her own, being like, "I'm gonna have to go to the multiverse to try and get a family back. That's what I really want." She's still fucking gone. Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't tie it up in my head. I'm just confused by where everything is right now.
That's
I was
why
gonna say
I'm
you were
hoping-
asking about the writers earlier, and like don't forget these are the same writers Disney hires for the High Republic. So it's kind of. I mean, I'm saying like the same type. Where really they don't have.
That's right, because they're the ones they employ.
Yeah. So I mean, it's no real surprise that they don't know how to tie it up. Now, like I said, granted, this is supposed to tie in directly into the Doctor Strange 2 movie. So if Doctor Strange 2 is coming out shortly afterwards, it would not, I think, be as big of necessarily as big of an issue. But at the same time, when you set up so many story threads and you have no idea how to at least explain them or end them satisfactorily before the movie comes out, so at least like people are not going in completely confused, and that's an issue. Even with the year span, like there should have been like at least a neat tie-up to leave some sort of anticipation for Doctor Strange 2. And I don't think they even really did that. They just gave you guys, because I didn't finish the season, gave you guys like more confusion.
I'm fine.
Of course, you're fine. You're an MCU stan.
Damn, shots fired.
Look at this. Look at this. I ain't saying shit.
Why
That's
can't
true.
I
Like,
find one
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Yeah, she walked around because.
Because it'd be
And then
Scarlet
they went
Witch,
to
wouldn't it?
arrest her. The whole fucking they were gonna try and arrest her, and then she's like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm out." I don't get. Okay. Anyway,
You can like it, dude. I like it if you can have it make sense. I just don't know. The big one is actually like the White Vision thing. That's probably the one. That's probably the biggest thing where it's like, okay, that really doesn't make sense that he just didn't come back.
Jesus Christ. I have a $5 super chat from Lyndon's First Laid. A little support for Cola. I hope you last longer during the show than you lasted with me last time. Thank you very much, my first lay. Holy shit. Oh, okay, well,
We lost Ryan.
Ryno'S doing the stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
like his fucking plane's going down in a crash. Fucking
I can't read. It's so dark. So there's a little snippet in here. Well, my hearing just popped. There's a little snippet. There's a little snippet in here that mentions that Magneto saved Wanda from certain death, while Quicksilver and her became a part of the Brotherhood of the Evil Mutants. And then it went on to say basically that Magneto, they didn't know that Magneto was their father until many, many years later.
Yeah, that's what X-Men is. This is not fucking X-Men yet.
They own X-Men now. They want to
But
bring
they haven't
in
introduced them.
Well, so?
What do you mean? So you can't just say, "Oh, here's a character," which they fucking did, and they're like, "Well, it's not really."
From the X-Men
I just said
series, what are
which
you
they
talking
did,
about?
and then they're like, "Well, it's not really."
Oh, and then
I said there was a fake out. I already admitted it was a fake out.
But now it is him. It actually is him. Yes,
I
they
know,
faked it out, but then they faked out the fake out. So exactly, the confusion is real, man. You can't say that makes sense to you either.
I just said it was a fake out, and that's the one thing that I'm like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? You better explain it. But they still haven't brought in the MCU, the X-Men, into it. You can't have Magneto running around going, oh yeah, like the X-Men movies when Quicksilver was like, yeah, but he's my dad.
Yeah, but he shouldn't even know he's his dad. Still, in that moment, he shouldn't actually know that.
But he did. So you ripping on the X-Men movies now?
Man, I've been ripping on X-Men movies for a long time. There's
really
only
like
very
First
few out there that are actually kind of good.
I really like First Class.
X-Men 1 and 2 are good. X-Men 3 falls off a cliff a bit. Days of Future Past is good. And
Apocalypse.
I like the
that's
ancient story.
in
but
the
it's not-
middle for me. That's not really great. It's okay.
First class. Man. What do you think of
first
first class?
Nah, first class.
What are you talking
isn't
about?
that-
How good? How good is it to see
It's
fucking
not.
Magneto being like, "I'm getting back at these motherfuckers," and then
Oh
you
no,
see,
it is Apocalypse.
and then you see Charles,
Yeah.
and you see Charles get shot, and it's like, oh well, here's the origin of how he's in there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't fucking like it?
X-Men.
You don't like?
Okay,
X-
You don't like a
origin.
Jew killing Nazis? What are you, a fucking
Yeah.
Nazi?
Yeah, I am apparently am. I'm a
the new
retarded
trilogy
Nazi.
goes First Class,
Um,
Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse. That's the newest trilogy.
Yeah.
So Apocalypse has Oscar Isaac looking like Ivan Ooze.
Shut up, Daniel.
Shut up. Just fucking straight back. Shut up.
Yeah. Yes, I do. That's right, Daniel. I do like the full Aussie.
Logan.
Logan's my favorite out of all of them. Logan
That
beats
is how
Logan
you get
beats
into a character.
Logan beats all the X-Men movies, every single one,
Mm-hmm.
by far, leaps and bounds above. I've never watched Dark Phoenix,
Oh yeah.
and I really don't want to watch it because I'm scared of how much. Because again, when it comes to the Marvel stuff, I'm a massive, like more an X-Men person than anything. Fantastic Four next.
Maybe a 4. Nah, did you see that they were talking about bringing in X-Men and calling it the Mutants?
Yeah. Because you can't have men unless you put an X where the E is.
I
Yeah,
did see a
we're
little
X-Men.
bit of that, I think, on Friday Night Tights. And all I have to say to that is I rest my case, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
We're going MCU big time. To the point where they can't even name them X-Men anymore. It's pathetic.
You might want to
It's
start thinking about
honestly
calling this X-Women. It's like, oh, okay.
Pathetic.
Pretty much.
Gambit, yeah. You see all the pictures of Channing Tatum should be Gambit.
Gambit's my favorite X-Men character. By far my favorite X-Men character.
There's no way they could do justice to Gambit because he's not the most, but it's like one of the most toxic male X-Men characters in a way, if you think about it. And they'd have to cuck him to Rogue.
I was going to name my cats, one of them Remy and one of them LeBeau. So I had Remy LeBeau, 'cause that's Gambit.
But you went with
Charles and Eric, because it's better. He was in which X-Men? It was which one was he in?
Which one?
Gambit.
Was
He's
it
in the one-
Was
he's
it
in
one
the
of
one
the
where
Wolverine? Was it one of
Wolverine
the
gets
Wolverine
shot in the
movies?
head.
Yeah, well, here's one of the Wolverine movies. It was like Wolverine.
was it Origins? Because
Yeah, I think it was Origins because you see him in a small part.
It is Origins.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one recently. I watched the rest, but I haven't watched Origins yet recently. Because we just got Star on Disney Plus, so that now brings in all the MAR-rated stuff from Fox and all
The
that.
one thing I will give him is that shot where Wolverine is running straight at what's his name? Stryker. And he runs up the rock and he jumps straight off. And there's that shot of him jumping with his claws like this. That's ripped straight off the page. That shot, I swear, like I don't know which comic book it's from, but I remember as a kid, because all my comic books are gone. Anyway, it's a sad story. But all my comic books are all gone from when I was a kid. And I just remember seeing that frame and just going, that looks fucking awesome.
I did like the bit in was it Days of Future Past when he goes back and he has the wooden claws and he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I did like that, like the bone claws.
You just say the wooden claws.
They look
wooden
bone, wone.
He's the
look-
MC
they
guy.
look
It's like
like
not bone. It's like bone claws. It's not wooden claws.
They look like wood. They look like the bamboo when it comes out.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking about your first lay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about wood. He's fucking got me thinking
Yeah,
about wood.
you are.
All right, well, instead of talking about wood, let's talk about rocks.
Oh, we go from one piece of garbage to another piece of garbage.
The garbage will do.
Non-stop-
The garbage will do.
It's non-stop garbage.
The garbage will do. Now, Steve, thank you very much for tweeting this out. I just saw this. Remember when people flew into a rage when I said Star Wars wasn't fixed and I had to go out Disney Star Wars is really bad writing? Well, you get what you fucking deserve. A sentient rock pilot.
Yeah.
It's called Geode, but apparently you can't actually pronounce their name unless some language something.
No, unless you don't have a mouth.
Yeah.
You got to not have a mouth.
Well, no blowjobs.
So his name is Geo, but you got to say it like this.
Ryno'S doing ASMR Geode ASMR. What was that? Heck yeah.
Okay, just like before we talk about the sentient pet rock, just to let you know if you want to, I don't know when it's going to happen, but that Geralt account is saying the boss is online, so we might see
yeah, I've
a
checked
trailer thing drop for Aquaman.
It said early. I'm not sure. Let me check. Yeah.
Oh, let's hope
It's supposed to be Aquaman. It's supposed to be
That'd be
Aquaman
cool.
today.
Yeah.
We can watch it live then
Fucking
If
do
it-
live.
if it gets released.
Yeah.
But back to rocks.
Yep.
Do you reckon that's a good skimming rock?
It looks
Skimming
like
across space.
it looks like petrified dino dung.
You just need that clip
one
with
big pile of shit.
Yep.
I just don't understand this. I saw another photo and it was a picture of a lion, which is a character or something from Star Wars, The High Republic. So they've now got like tree villain people, leafy people. You've got Wookiee Jedis that see the Force as leaves on a big, massive tree. And you've got rocks that pilot ships or navigate ships. I mean, honestly, fucking just use droids. You don't need rocks. Droids can plug in and navigate ships. What the fuck is this? This isn't Star Wars. It's exactly like what I've been saying. You've got Star Wars, and then you've got this, which
Is
has
Daniel
a leg.
here? Is Daniel here? Look what's trending in Australia.
Super gay.
Right next to a rock. Yes, super gay rock.
Yeah,
It's Star Wars.
he's super gay.
So Star Wars is saved, yeah?
Good job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you, Steph. Star Wars is saved, and Luke Skywalker, and Ahsoka Tano, and Bo-Katan. You know what's really funny is I've been realizing that people have been realizing how bad The Mandalorian really is.
But
And it hurts
is it better than WandaVision? No,
You know what? I take it back. WandaVision is better.
Thank you.
WandaVision is better than Mandalorian, but WandaVision's still not good. It's written by similar writers. Let's
If
put it
only
that
we
way.
had fucking tracking fobs in WandaVision, then you'd lose it.
Oh, mate.
That's how they find Wanda, and that's how they find Wanda and Doctor Strange too.
Did you guys see that page from that comic book in the High Republic with the pronouns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me go to the other one. I think who tweeted that? Anna did, didn't she?
I think I put it out because I just no, that was
as well.
I actually just got it mixed up with the comment that I made to the Oreos saying trans lives exist or something, whatever they said, trans people exist. I just put out of there a GIF saying and like
Yeah, and
what?
like
Come on, fucking hell! I'm never buying an Oreo again,
I mean,
ever.
I know in the EU there is
Anyway,
like
there it is.
hive minds like later on in the timeline. What's it called? Dark Nest or something like that, where but like that's a hive mind, and like people inside the hive mind refer to themselves as like us, they, things like that, because they are connected that way. You wouldn't exactly see someone outside that mentality using like they. So this here smacks more of like, no, the proper pronoun is they here, not he, versus if you were to argue the hive mind angle.
But I just find it funny it's obviously not here, but if you see the frame before, the green chick says he's injured, he needs help, or something like this, and that's her response to it. Again, I know it's right in our faces, but we know what we're looking at. It's subliminal messaging of how they make this shit okay to younger people that read this garbage.
The garbage will do. Thanks, Ray. She got any creative actress or some bullshit. Starting a brave. Here we go. So what does it say? Not he, they. Tarek, is it your injuries? Are you in pain? No, it is Sarah. Oh my god. Must have Chris. Something terrible has happened. Yeah, I had pronouns.
So this is I actually made this point on my video when I brought this up. I struggle a little bit with reading. I've got a fair harsh form of dyslexia. I actually sometimes replace words with words that aren't even there. But I can see this and I can read it and understand what I'm actually reading. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I can't read, but the fucking thing is that talking about complicating things for a younger person, I look back at my childhood and going through, reading and stuff like that. You don't need more shit like this to confuse people. The definition of they doesn't mean an individual person. The definition of them doesn't mean an individual person. But now you're making it mean an individual person. Which doesn't make any fucking sense.
What's them doing? It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's not English.
They is injured. That is not a sentence in the English language.
Could you imagine if there was like an actual ambulance or something? And they're like, oh, they, who are you talking about? They. Identify them. They.
Yeah.
Like, well, I can't fucking help you if you don't tell me who it is. What are they? Male, female? No, that's it. Don't want to save him.
Hey, could you imagine being in a cop station? They're like, oh, you need to go and get a statement off they.
Yeah.
Who? They. Yeah. What?
Yeah,
them over there. It's
how many people?
Retarded.
No, that one day.
You put that in a sentence with anything that refers to an individual, and it's fucked. I don't get it. I don't. People have changed the definitions of words to mean something that they've never meant ever. I don't care if you're non-binary. What, is Jabba not a he anymore because he's a worm? He's a they, them? Even though he's a male worm? What the fuck?
Your comment got removed by Google moderator, Daniel. What the fuck?
Yeah, mine got removed the other day too. Did you put cunt in the chat? Because if you did, that was the word that I thought I got taken down for.
Which one was it? Because I can still see him here. Well, you won't be able to send it to me on a DM. Which one was it?
It's the most recent one.
Was it? No, but there's fuck pronouns. There's lol. Fucking.
I don't know.
Huh. Strange. Fucking hell.
Google moderators. They're weird because I was trying to send a super chat one time to the Gaming with Geeks live stream, and it would not let me use the word bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah. You would think it would allow it, but because I was calling Jeremy that, so like, oh, you're bye, bitch. It's like, that's fine.
What's up,
I was saying this on Tim's stream earlier, the spacing. Like, it's so painful for me right now. I'll admit that. It's Star Wars is in such a bad space. I hate seeing it in the state that it's in. And for anyone that does think, I don't think there's anyone specifically thinks I'm a hater or anything like that, but anyone that thinks that, like, I wouldn't be feeling the way that I felt if I hated Star Wars. I really wouldn't. But also too, like Marvel, it's those two things, and Disney own both of them, and they are destroying both of them. They continue to kill it and kill it and kill it, shit on the grave, and then they kill it some more, and then they burn it, and then they kill it, and then they shit on it, and then they decide to just take a piss on it, and then they kill it some more, and then they take a shit on it, and that's what they keep doing.
Okay.
Was that
very graphic. Yeah, very graphic. Yeah, it's like Happy Gilmore. How about I burn the house down, piss on the ashes?
Except mine went way too far.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's tarded. You never go full tard.
Never go full.
Nope.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yeah, we get a rock that
It's,
navigates ships.
Oh well, now we've got someone else to winch at a rock. Yes.
Hi.
Hello, Stig.
Hello there.
I slept like a rock.
Nice to have you, Stig.
There we go.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us how you feel about One Division.
Um,
Tell us how you feel about The Rock instead, because that's what's on the screen.
If you
Well,
smell, not
you
that
know-
rock. Sorry.
you know what? This rock is like Game of Thrones season 8. You know, it's just where the ripple effects of previous stupidity end up. So it's just way more visible. But you know, like you've said many times, people were just closing a blind, you know, turning a blind eye to the really bad writing in Mandalorian and the lore wreckage. And even that wasn't anything new, because that started with to some degree in the Clone Wars, and then to a great degree in Rebels. People defended it then. So when shit like this has been defended for years, they can't show up now and complain about that rock.
Yeah,
Because they've already defended the hyperspace space whales and the inflatable puffer pigs from Rebels and the helicopter lightsabers that Filoni came up with, which was apparently brilliant because he's supposed to save Star Wars. Well, the savior of Star Wars could have just as easily come up with this one. The sad thing is, this rock is not that far-fetched in Disney Star Wars. You know?
Yeah, well, when they have the fucking tree that's a villain and something.
Yeah. So I'm going to be blunt about this, and Star Wars fans caused this rock.
Yep.
Yeah, it rocked the fandom.
Oh, excellent. They must have been stoned.
Bit like me.
You know what, though? If that rock becomes a bounty hunter, he'll be searching for his quarry.
That's actually a good one. I just don't know. What are you supposed to say to this?
Rock on.
I mean, again, I'm being told by some people in my comments on my videos, like, "Oh, give it a shot. You'll enjoy the High Republic. It's not too bad." It's a very small amount of people, but
We have
wow.
Yuzon Vong in the EU. They get a rock.
Yeah.
Oh, the plant people. You know, the villains.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Yuzon Vong. Yeah.
Dringy.
Yeah, the Drengir. That means boys in Icelandic and Danish.
Well, gendered language.
Yep. So they named the villains males, basically.
No.
So does this rock have a gender?
Yeah, it's supposed to be he, I believe.
Really?
Yes.
No, come
Hey,
on.
Yeah.
Rock.
Stop.
Rock
Hold on.
hard all day long.
Hold on.
Every woman's dream.
Granted, I'll be looking on Wikipedia, but hold on.
Oh, you don't want to misgender the rock now.
You know what, though? Imagine that rock having to get into the escape pod if the ship gets in trouble. Do they have like a wheelbarrow in there? And
How does it move?
He's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I did see again on the spacing they played the little commercial thing, the little little clip that they made for this character or the bounty hunter guy, and this is just a part of his crew. They're sitting in the ship like next to each other, one in the pilot seat, one in the co-pilot seat,
All right,
and the
watch
rock
this.
is literally right behind them. So how do they exit?
Yeah.
Vincian male. Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to pronounce the name without having a mouth. So I guess it's called.
That's what we were doing before.
It just makes me think. It just makes me think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail when like gets to the end and it's like Castle of, and then it's just like.
And they were get arrested by the cops. That's so fucking good.
The Jedi Knights who say.
Hey, how you going?
You know what though? The escape pod thing is probably never going to happen because the actual pilot is a woman and there's no reverse parking in Star Wars, so it's never gonna. Nothing's gonna happen to that ship.
Oh shit.
Do you guys know who Leno and Woodley are?
Oh yes.
You do? So that picture, if you can go back to that other picture that Mara just had up.
Oh, she took it.
Oh, I'll share it again. Hold on.
Just picture that, and then it makes me think of this. I'm going to play this. I hope the music's okay. I'm not too sure.
What's I
get a claim, but it doesn't matter.
Imagine if they find a Stonehenge in Star Wars though, and they go, "Oh, look, an orgy."
What I love about this page is this article is a stub about a character. You can help Wikipedia by expanding it.
Like you stub your toe on a rock. So picture that thing, and then picture this.
Yeah.
There's a little white light. Will lead you to my blue heaven.
I shudder and I'm morbidly curious at your search history, Rhino.
No, these are two Aussie comedians.
Okay, sorry.
Leno and Woodley.
That's no excuse.
Yeah, same.
Same. Look at that.
Same.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Where's Brie Larson? Same.
It looks like a chunk of tofu.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Traumatizing people.
I don't know. What has happened?
The Adventures of Grogu and Tofu.
Oh Lord!
Imagine Grogu lifting that rock with the
It
force.
actually looks like a piece of tofu.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What has happened to our entertainment? Like all of it. This is why everyone's so excited right now for the Snyder Cut, because everybody knows that Zack Snyder ain't going to be putting in any identity politics. You're not going to have this pronoun bullshit. Could you imagine that scene where you see Superman pulling up Batman and he gets up there and he goes, "Hey, Bat person."
Yeah. It's like Victor Zsasz from Batwoman, who like basically respects pronouns and gender identity.
Or or Batman's falling and Wonder Woman says he's falling and Superman flies down and grabs him, and as he's pulling him back up, he goes, "Not he, they."
Yeah, they're falling, and Superman goes, "Shit, I can't see the other one. Where is it?"
It's not they're falling, it's they falling.
Yeah.
You don't put the they're falling, it's they falling. Sorry.
They sapien.
Well, you would actually say he's falling, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Or she's falling. So you wouldn't
It'd be they's falling. They is falling.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be singular, so
days.
Yeah.
For days.
Days of future past.
Ex persons.
I can tell you what, I wish I could. I wish I had Wolverine, and I wish I could go back in time right now and fucking just, I don't know what I'd do. I'd do something bad.
Of
Let's
course, you
just-
see that comment.
Yeah, boy.
I'd do something bad to change this whole fucking world that we live in right now. I'm your cunt.
Saying that Rock's name. Yes, hey, bad person. Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
God damn.
And then Cyborg just turns around and goes, "May the force be with you."
You know the character is retarded though when you have to refer to him as.
Yeah. It's not pronounced properly, Stig. It's pronounced.
Well, it's my accent. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you for that. I don't know. What is this world coming to? Like, I also find it funny, like the whole pronoun thing. I just, in regards to Gina Carano, half of the people that were giving her shit for not putting pronouns in their bio actually didn't have pronouns in their bio. There was actually a lot of them.
Oh, side note, that rock is probably going to live forever, so it wouldn't surprise me if he joins the Pebble Alliance.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
I was happy with that one.
That's what I was wondering. It's like, how do they reproduce?
Oh, they melt. They have
you
like
reckon
a
he's-
melting sequence. It melts with other rocks.
Okay.
They go to
Every
Mustafa,
10 years or something.
and jump in the lava.
Yeah.
And they smelt together.
Yeah, and then they erupt inside each other.
And then he comes out of the lava and goes, "I've got the high ground," and then accidentally rolls down the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm watching the timeline to see if there's maybe something like Snyder Cut related that will drop so we can like stop.
Yeah, please. We need something nice. Oh, here's something nice. Oh, it's not really that nice.
Nice. Look at her.
Yeah, very nice. Damn girl, you're fine.
But fuck her.
Oh, you know how he hits some people?
Yeah, fuck her character.
He just goes,
Cara Dune is fucking shit. Gina Carano is sexy and awesome as hell.
look at my chiseled abs. That's how he hits on other rocks. Yeah, there's concrete evidence of that.
A follow up.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to have a guest appearance in Brick and Morty.
God.
Freaking.
Let me say
that makes-
this. Everyone here, I want you to go and subscribe to My Nerdy Home's second channel. What YouTube has done with her channel, in regards to giving her the partner program or whatever it is and monetizing her, but she can't monetize any of it. And they're dicking her around so bad. She should have been monetized over a year ago.
To be
So-
fair, though, does she really need the money now that she has 2 nerdy homes?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's an investor's market, so you
Yeah.
never know.
Mhm.
But yes, everyone, please go and subscribe to her. Do you have the link, Lyndon, or I'll bring it up? Go and subscribe. Go and watch all her videos. They don't go for very long, and they're all about the Snyder Cut. They're all sort of reaction videos and stuff. And again, I get excited when I see her excited because she's so excited about it. It's awesome.
And she knows what she's talking about, too.
and
That's
she-
a big deal. She's not
Yeah.
talking out of her ass for
knows that-
clicks or anything. She actually knows
No,
the stuff.
She knows from a place of knowledge and understanding and reading the source material. So yes, everyone, please go and subscribe, watch her videos, and yeah,
I'll gladly admit that there's a girl out there that knows more about Batman than I do.
yeah, I'll admit that
Actually,
too.
it's probably there's 2 of them.
There's at least 2, Mara and Steph.
Yep.
And lethal. And lethal. Count him.
Oh, he's a woman. I
Yeah.
suppose.
I was gonna say
He's
something.
not a woman, he's a pussy, so
Hmm.
close enough.
Oh, it's like, I mean, I don't know if the guy responded, but you like just to digress into like another topic real fast. I was catching up on comments for my latest video about the like the spin they were putting on how women are the biggest demographic in gaming now. And there was a guy who commented on that video who first like mentioned that the lead developer quit, but he wouldn't be surprised if Warner Brothers CEO kind of like leaned into him to leave. And he ended the comment with like he's worked with her, and the her that he would be referring to is Anita Sarkeesian, because that's what the article mentioned.
Of course it is.
Can hold on one sec. Lyndon's mom just sent a super chat.
Aw,
Thank you very much. It's $69 Australian. Holy shit! Thank you very much. Holy shit. Lyndon's mom here. Isn't it past your bedtimes, you silly boys? Also, I hear Victoria is trash. Holy shit, man! 69. Thank you so much.
That's where you need to catch Daniel when he's drunk.
Thank you, Mrs. James. I mean, Mrs. Hall.
Wow, man. Thank you so much, man.
You know what? That Geode character is never going to sit in the pilot seat because he has a rocking chair.
Oh my god.
Knee slapper.
Yeah.
Stig.
I could sense the pain coming from Ryno.
Yeah, apparently it's Aquaman today.
I'm watching the timeline, so
Well, it should be like 2 hours. Oh no, actually no, an hour and 20.
That's gonna make us. That's gonna make a splash in some waves, won't it?
Oh yeah, Momoa.
For sure.
What, it's due out in an hour? We're not going to be going for another hour.
I don't know, because the Batman one dropped early.
Yeah, but
the Super one dropped a little late.
12. Is it just after 12?
I guess you need to check the tide for this one.
Oh my god.
So
it's a different tide line.
I don't know.
It's so funny. Can I just say to everybody out there, watching a TV show with Stig is like this. Man, it's funny. It's just funny. You're sitting there and you're just like, it might be a moment and you're kind of like this and watching, and then all of a sudden Stig would come in with one of these dad puns.
Well, this is when I'm on YouTube, I'm exactly the same way as I am in.
Oh, you certainly are.
Yeah.
You certainly are. Yeah.
There's no persona or anything. It's real, baby.
Oh, there's no way you can make up that shit. You just fucking bang, bang, bang.
I think I had a good pun earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Impressed with. I basically said Disney Lucasfilm has hit rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Ah, fuck.
I heard you had better ones when we played D&D, Mara.
Well, that's actually because
Well,
I care
Mo-
about T&D.
Mara shot a guy in the dick with her bow and arrow, and she said, "You got shafted" or something.
after all the backlash that Lucasfilm got with the Gina Carano stuff, they're pretty fucking rocked.
They're not even on a roll.
I honestly cannot remember
Shaking in their boots, they're rocked, they're rattled.
I honestly cannot remember what I said, but I scared them with what I did next. That's all I remember.
Granite, it might get better.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Granite.
You can't take things for granted. Did you just say granite?
Yeah, I just mispronounce it. Just make fun.
I think it's in Rick and Morty. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, did you see that Ghost of Tsushima devs are now they're gonna be permanent ambassadors of the actual island?
Yeah,
because they're such mad cunts.
And heard the cries of a million rees, and then we're suddenly silent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honored for spreading the name and history of Tsushima. What a fucking game too, man.
Yeah.
Such a great game.
Why did people lose their minds over this, though? I thought it looked like a standard game.
Because it wasn't woke.
Yeah, well, it wasn't woke, and it was cultural appropriation because the creators were white. So basically, you can't be white and create something extraordinarily and like reasonably historically accurate about Asian history.
Well, they have no problems fucking up Norwegian history and culture. You know what they did with the Battlefield game?
You're toxic white.
The previous one? During World War II, a group of basically commandos blew up a Nazi factory in Norway where they were extracting heavy water to make nuclear weapons. So that commando team prevented Hitler from getting nuclear weapons a year or two before the Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Battlefield game, and the lead developer is a Swede, by the way. He decided to have a single mom and her teen daughter do that mission, and they claimed it was historically accurate. Yep.
Okay, that's just wrong.
Did I mention I hate Swedes?
Oh yeah, incessant.
Many times.
And you know who sent the Nazis into Norway? The Swedes. They let them pass through Sweden straight into Norway. Oh. And then they claimed later, "Oh, we thought they were medical personnel."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is tanks rolling in. Yeah, it's medical.
Yeah, medical personnel.
Ooh, what do you think of this one? Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Solid. That foundation, you can build on it.
Yep. Given a prestigious award to 2 senior members of the Ghost of Tsushima development team, game director and creative directors. Okay. Will be permanent tourism ambassadors of the city. Well, when tourism picks back up, I guess. Well, oh, nice. They're going to ceremony held digitally, obviously. Pair will be presented with the award and a letter of appreciation. Oh, to mark the occasion, City said it will collaborate with Sony Interactive Entertainment to set up a new tourism campaign based on the game. Oh my god. Could you imagine? Designed to encourage fans to learn more about the island and its key landmarks. Could you imagine if they they put up some stuff that was set in the game?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I get to go see it.
Yeah.
No worries. I'll see you there, maybe, if I'm awake.
I'm about to hurt Mora and Lyndon, but I'm just going to say it anyway. The High Republic writers are getting bolder and bolder. Carry on.
Oh my god.
I
need some more caffeine. Hold on.
I was gonna play a clip. I don't know. Yeah.
What she really means is with.
Means what?
What?
No, nothing.
Caffeine? No, nothing. Moving on. Play on. Tsushima Mayor Hiroki Hitakatsu, I hope I get that right, explained why the pair have been awarded the honor. Okay, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
Spread the name and history of Tsushima to the whole world in such a wonderful way. Oh, what's that? The people of the actual place that the game's based in are happy with it, and not just a fucking bunch of rears that white liberals and leftists.
Yeah, it's really just like Westerners that were having a problem with the game, like white liberals. We were talking about this, like my family and I were kind of talking about a little bit of this, not like the Ghost of Tsushima game, but this mentality last night. It just reminds me of like this girl who was harassed for wearing a kimono style dress to her prom. And she was harassed by white liberals, like white leftists, who were accusing her of cultural appropriation. Meanwhile, they never asked the actual Asian population, the actual Japanese population, hey, like, are you offended? Because that population was like, shut the fuck up. Like, we appreciate this because it's like appreciating our culture, not appropriating it. And it's like, this is exactly what like these people were saying. This game is appreciative of our culture. It's really
it actually told a good story and like
amazing. Yeah.
It was actually an amazing experience and escapist entertainment.
Yeah.
Without having any real world bullshit.
Probably some of the best combat too, like 4 different stances to change around. It was so good.
Yeah.
And it's praise to high heaven. Jeez, I wonder.
Let's not forget free update for online play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like basically, the goodwill that CD Projekt Red sowed amongst its customer base, basically Sucker Punch is now the one to emulate. That's what they've given us with the game and the. Oh, hey, you have the game? Well, guess what? You get Legends for free.
That's so cool. That was a really good update too.
They probably learned from CD Projekt Red with The Witcher, actually, because they used to do similar stuff. They screwed up with Cyberpunk, though, I hear. But
Oh yeah,
massively.
you got 16 free DLCs with The Witcher 3 just for owning the game. Small DLCs, though. You had to buy the expansion packs, but the expansion packs were arguably bigger than most normal games.
Mhm.
So, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know where CD Projekt Red fell off, but they fell off hard with Cyberpunk, pretty much.
All the social media issues they had, though, it looked to be communications issues within the, company, because with all kinds of contradictions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
they gave me The Witcher 3 and free updates for 1 and 2 as well, that when they remastered them, right? So far they've done 3 great things basically and 1 bad one. So
no, it's not so much that they put out necessarily a bad product; it's that they knew that the product wasn't ready and still released it because they wanted to. Because there were millions of pre-orders and things like that, and they wanted the money versus just waiting and making sure that it actually worked. Where you have the CEO or whatever he was saying, "Oh, this game runs surprisingly well," which if you translate that statement, it's like, "Oh, I didn't think this game would run at all."
I've got something for that. Ready, sec.
So
maybe
that
they
was a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe they panicked because they had this enormous pre-order thing to deal with, and then they just weren't done.
But even
I don't know.
Even then, gamers, for the most part, I don't want to say they're completely forgiving group, but gamers just want the product to work. We understand that there's going to be some bugs here and there because nothing that's rolled out is ever
Did you just say no?
No. I hanging around you guys too much.
Yeah.
But because we understand that it's not going to be entirely perfect. We expect it to run. That's it, and expect us to engage us in this whatever storyline the game has. So if they had pushed it back a little bit, no, don't give a date. That was their first big issue, is they kept pushing it back and giving specific dates. Initially, when they had to push it back, they should have just said, "We'll release it when it's ready." And then when they were actually sure it was ready, then release it. But they kept giving specific dates, so put them into panic mode, as you kind of put it out, and then they thought that we would all of a sudden cancel our pre-orders. But gamers are pretty forgiving.
I think maybe they bit over more than they could chew, because that open city in Cyberpunk is supposedly at least 10 times as big as the Witcher 3 map.
Yeah, that's why I said they should have given no dates whatsoever.
Yeah.
When they came up with the original release date and they realized they were not ready, so they said we want to give you a good product. We want we want we will release it when we know for sure it is ready for you, basically the customer base, and they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I think Geode, is that his name? Went to the School of Rock.
Yeah, I probably did. And he since it's a volcanic rock, he was magma before it was cool.
So, is his favorite song "Rock of Ages"?
He was magma before he was cool. That's so good.
Wow, this is the Steve Pun show now.
Yeah. And g'day, Yellow Flash. Nice to see you here.
Yeah, mate.
It was so funny. Lyndon, before we started, he's like, there's only going to be 10 people.
That's what I used
There's
to
only going to be 10 people. How many people are here now? I think we were at 36 was the peak. We're at 33 now.
Yeah,
Thank you all for being here. Smash that like button.
I brought 23 with me. I have a clone army.
We have a Hulk.
We have a Lyndon.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a Lyndon.
Your content.
You just said I'm your content, and then you said Geode's name.
Yeah, because I rock.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Lyndon's Lethal Lightning sold out.
Not
Yeah. Yep. We killed him like they killed me last week.
So is he still kind of drunk from the night before or something, or just busy?
To be honest, I'm not too sure.
Don't know.
Lacking sleep, maybe.
I think that might have been the case. I think he just needed sleep because then you go to message him and there's no response. So either something's either just come up or he's asleep.
Mhm.
Which I think it's the latter.
I fully support him. If you really need sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, like
100%.
he's had long days, like where he's basically been almost on my schedule.
Yep.
Like that doesn't like you can maybe do that like 1 or 2 days at a time, but like, when you have like a stretch, it's like no, like your body needs to crash.
Messes you up.
Or that, Daniel, you could be right. He could be getting booty, in which case you can blame this year's COVID problems on him. Fuck South Australia.
You still lots a little rocky. Oh well.
No,
I wonder if we can adapt any of the rock comments to the caption. Speaking of the caption, let's bring that up for all the new viewers. Let's bring that up. That's what she said.
Well, it serves perfectly as a tombstone for Star Wars.
It does, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hello
Caption
there.
this, people.
That's my future wife.
That'd be all right.
She's a real cutie pie.
That's actually a good one.
Thank you. She used to be a milkmaid.
No, Lord.
Lethal had the
She had to quit being a teacher because every time she turned around, she wiped the blackboard clean.
Oh god.
I don't think you can adapt any rock jokes to this.
I got something for a card.
Yeah, his name's Geode.
I don't know what comment Daniel put where he says that the Google moderator didn't like because I'm not seeing anything deleted.
No.
Yeah, me either. Or is that the caption? Fuck the Google. What the fuck, Google moderator?
That's the caption.
Is that strawberry jam in that?
I think it is.
That's good on waffles.
Looks like cherries. Looks like she made a cherry pie.
Here we go.
You'd think that one would go for a cream pie, but
You get milk. Yes. Oh yeah, I get it. You changed it. All right. Okay. Let's think. Pies. 4 and 20. The Great Australian Tits.
Yeah.
I feel we get that.
I'd give that pie a 3.14.
Oh god.
Would you like to eat my pie?
You know your days are numbered if you do that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's what she's saying. Would you like to eat my pie?
Yeah.
And I'll eat her pie.
I bet she's good at. She's probably good at juggling in bed.
Jack of all casuals. That's a good one. You bought the filling.
Brother filling.
She probably has bad teeth because I don't think the dentist will be able to reach her mouth.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. Daniel, let me go up.
That's not a pie. This is a pie.
You don't need this pie to get your rocks off. Oh, I'm here.
Did you say rock?
Rocks off.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Really big. It's just there we go.
Fat tits. That's just for lethal.
Yep.
Fat tits.
2 jugs of milk is in that pie, isn't it?
2 jugs of milk.
Yeah, in the recipe.
Jeez, it's a pretty milky. It's a pretty milky pie.
Yeah.
I'm just like sitting here like just like this.
Yep.
Looks to be a bit nippy though.
This is what happens when Lethal doesn't show up. Oh, the
Yeah,
Power
that's
Rangers.
like
The
Lethal.
Power Rangers are on TV
Which one?
at 3 in the morning.
Which
I don't
one?
know. Let me flip this around.
Is it the one with Is it the old? No, it's a new one.
No, it's a new
Imagine-
one. I don't even know this one.
Imagine if there was a white Power Ranger. That would be canceled fast.
There is.
Oh, there is a white Power Ranger. Not now, but there was.
Yeah.
Go Power Rangers.
White
Yeah, there was
gold.
a white Power Ranger. It used to be the green Power Ranger, then you became the white Power Ranger.
Very racist.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, when he was a green Power Ranger, his Zord was a dragon. What was it when he became a white one? I can't remember.
His sword became a dragon?
No, his Zord, his like robot
Was he-
or, like, fighting.
Was he played by a white guy?
Yeah, he was played by a white guy. Mhm.
Oh, gee, they found a way to make a white guy whiter in Power Rangers. I see. This is the thing. All these other Rangers should cancel themselves because the Pink Ranger ain't pink, the Blue Ranger ain't blue,
White Tiger.
Green Ranger ain't green.
Mhm.
Green's the best color, by the way.
Kimberly back in the 90s, though.
Mhm.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it.
No. It was I guess it came out right after I kind of stopped watching cartoons and stuff, and I started watching Lethal Weapon and Rambo and things.
Mhm.
You know, so I missed out on it.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Power
Becky.
Rangers.
I was thinking tiger, but then I thought, like, am I remembering wrong? Because the yellow one was a saber-tooth tiger, and I'm like,
Power Rangers was after my time.
yeah, I remember like the green one was the Dragon Zord because the Green Ranger was like everyone's favorite. So
You know what was the absolute best though? Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. It has the best intro song ever.
I don't think I've seen that.
Never seen that? I have episode 1 on my channel.
I'll have to check it out.
It has mutant cars in it.
He-Man was awesome.
Oh yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was, I think I was 4 or 5, and I got He-Man and Skeletor for Christmas.
Yeah, I had He-Man
I
and Skeletor as
drooled.
well. Yeah. What else did I have when I was a kid? There was also Captain Planet.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Captain Planet.
Earth, fire, wind, water, heart.
I actually
Your
missed out on
powers
that one.
combined. I am Captain Planet.
I missed out on that one too. I guess I should have planned it better.
Oh god, I mean, the cartoon itself was okay, but it was like you can't help but go back and watch it and go, oh, that is it's nothing but one big sociopolitical agenda.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have Super Ted?
Yes.
Super Ted with the spotty man
Yeah. Awesome. We used to
came
get to
down
watch
and
that at-
sprinkle his dust or whatever it was, and then he
Yeah.
went up to a magic cloud.
Steph.
All right, you bitches. I'm so sorry. I totally fucking slept in. I'm supposed to be working right now, and oh my god. Oh,
We're
I
talking about
can't
Power
believe
Rangers.
it.
Yeah.
We were talking
Remember
about Power
Mask?
Rangers and then our childhood, like cartoons and stuff.
Power Rangers. Power
Yeah, you
Rangers
talk-
was my jam. Oh, you can
Yeah.
tell from my shirt.
Yeah.
I love
Power
Power
Rangers
Rangers.
was after my time.
Yeah, I love the Power Rangers. I used to like play outside and pretend.
before computers were invented.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I used to play with my brothers, and I was the Pink
Yeah.
Ranger, and I did like gymnastics and stuff. And so since she did gymnastics, and she'd flip, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm the Pink Ranger. I'm the Pink Ranger." And I've met her too, Amy Jo Johnson, and then Jason David Frank, because they always go to like cons. So I'm always like, "Yay! I'm gonna meet the Pink Ranger and the White Ranger and the Green Ranger." He's like white and green.
Blow my screen, Lyndon.
He's still why? What are you
He's
playing?
watching.
This is like the new Power Rangers, or newer.
Oh,
I killed one of my mom's bushes while pretending to be He-Man with a wooden sword, and the bush was Skeletor. I beat the shit out of that bush, and I got grounded for it.
Let me tell you.
Beat the shit out of that bush. Okay.
Yeah, you certainly. That's very punny. I burnt down my cubby house because I was playing Cowboys and Indians.
What's a cubby house?
Did you shoot
What's
a
a cubby
And
house?
it's like a tree house, but it's not in a tree.
Yeah.
So
No.
basically, did you shoot it with a flaming arrow or something, or what did you do?
No, I was the Indians, and
How dare you? How
Yeah,
dare
racist.
you?
and I know, racist, right? And
Yeah, they should sue
my
you.
cubby house was my teepee, and of
How
course
dare
can't-
you?
And you can't have a teepee without having a fire, so of course I lit a fire in my cubby house. But the funny
In
thing
your
is,
cousin's house.
yeah, in it. The funny thing is that it's raised, right? So it's sort of like they got bits of wood underneath, bits of timber underneath, and then the floor sits on top of that. So if it rains and stuff, it doesn't rot away the floor, right? It's got a room for the water to just dissipate. So of course I light a fire inside the cubby house, and it burns through the floor, and all the air getting in from underneath the thing burnt down. Man, that night it was so funny. My dad didn't even notice for ages. It was a big property, and the cubby was right in the back far corner of the yard. And when we sit down for dinner, there were these windows, right? And they're full length windows from floor to ceiling.
I'm sorry,
And-
Rhino. I'm gonna let you finish, but how in the world did your dad not notice for a few days?
No, it wasn't a few days. It was that night. He didn't notice till that night.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because you're like, it's a big property. Oh, you live
Yeah,
in
no.
a big property?
It was that night. So from where we sit down to have dinner, there's these full length windows, and where he sits at the head of the table, you can see the corner of the yard, right? I remember sitting there, I'm eating dinner, I'm like, he's going to notice anytime soon, right? Like, and I just remember seeing the shock on his face when he looks up and he just sees smoldering ashes basically sitting on the ground in the far corner of the yard, to the point where he gets up and he goes, "What did you do?" And he goes, "Go to your room," like this. And I'm like, okay. So I go off to my room. He comes in with a plastic spoon. He hit me that hard. He goes, bang. He broke the spoon. And he comes back. He goes, "Look what you did." Fucking goes and grabs a wooden spoon, comes in and finishes the fucking job.
I was gonna say a plastic spoon.
Man,
That thing's in a break.
that was one of the worst beatings of my life. The second worst beating of my life was I used to, because I was a pyromaniac, hence why I burnt everything that I did that was wrong had to do with fire. So you know how you had your little green army men?
Yeah. Oh, you can melt them.
Oh man, the
Steve got all excited.
the flamethrower guy was the only guy that ever survived. Let me just say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because
So
he was
the
the one who killed the
flamethrower
others,
guy,
right?
I get my dad's deodorant cans until they're empty. Go get the spray paint cans out of the shed. I'm melting plastic after plastic. There's a patch on the grass.
I do have a question, Rhino.
Yeah.
How do you not have a police record?
Rhino
It's a
did
good
nothing
question,
wrong.
actually. I don't have a police record.
Wrong.
You know how I blow up the Lego and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that by actually putting that in the gutters of main streets on main roads and just seeing sparks fly and cars swerve. But
I think Rhino is like you're a potential serial killer
Yeah.
no,
and bomber.
I know.
And bomber.
I'd
You're a potential
honestly
bomber.
I'd never intentionally harm anyone. I promise you
Uh-huh.
that.
So it's manslaughter.
That's yeah, exactly what a homicidal maniac would say, right?
I didn't mean to.
No,
Rhino,
but
say cubby house.
cubby house.
That sounds so cute. Say it again. Cubby house.
Cubby house. I had a cubby house when I
It's
was
my
a kid.
cubby house.
Man, there were so many times where this cubby house just got filled with so much junk, to the point where you couldn't even play in it. But anyway, so I burnt so much green Lego men that there was like a patch of melted plastic on the grass, And of course, it had to be on my dad's beautiful grass.
Oh, you don't mess with the grass.
No.
I don't know how long it took him to notice because this was over a small it was a small period of time, but it was over a period of time where the patch kept getting bigger. Like I didn't just do it in one sitting where it just got really big, but this patch got really big. One day Dad's mowing the lawn and of course he notices, gets all angry again. And instead of the wooden spoon on the ass, it was wooden spoon on the knuckles this time.
Oh,
Ooh,
because what actually started to happen was I got smacked that many times that it either wasn't hurting or I was half laughing. Right? Like he's hitting me. I'm like, is that all you got? Sort of thing. Anyway, it was funny. But yeah, on the knuckles. So I actually had to put my hands down on the counter and he'd smack him. Right? And it wouldn't be as many sort of hits as on the ass, but that's what I get. And he goes for the first swing, and I moved my hands. Big mistake because it's like double punishment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't move your hands.
Nope.
That just makes your parents even more angry.
I accidentally smashed a window because I put my rollerblades on inside, and I went to open the roller door, and you know those full length windows. Instead of the roller door moving, my legs moved.
Oh my.
I went through the fucking window.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Rhino, how did you make it this far in life?
I don't know. When the house was up, oh man, you want another fire story? Here we go. I'll just tell you all these stories. So we had an open fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
And I, of course, being the pyromaniac that I am, I used to love starting a fire in the fireplace. So I'd always ask Mum or Dad, can I start a fire?
Sounds lit.
I start a fire? And, you know, I asked my mum one night, can I start a fire? And she's like, yeah, no problem. So I went in there and started a fire and everything. And she always wanted me to make sure that I put the cage up around the open fireplace, you know, like sort of straight after. It was designed to create heat in the house, not for me to play with. Anyway, there I am just poking at it, prodding at it. And you know how they start sparking sometimes? Like you might get a bit of a spit from the timber or something burning.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm poking at it and it spits, but a piece of coal comes out of the fireplace about that big. White supremacy. There you go. It comes out about that big and lands on the carpet. And I'm like, shit. So I grab the shovel and I quickly pick up the thing and I put it back and the carpet's now melted like a little round thing that big in the carpet. So I just grabbed the couch and I just moved the couch over they didn't notice until we sold the house. And then, yeah, I got in trouble for that.
I got in trouble once. It was actually the same Christmas as the poop story. But me and a couple of same friends, actually, we decided to fuck around with cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we took a pallet, a bunch of big rocks, and we stole someone's trash bag from their trash can, put it in the middle of the road. Because the idea was, you know, cars would come driving and they would stop and have to, you know, clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
And snow was falling, and thin layer of snow. Car drives too fast, doesn't stop, hits the pallet and the rocks, and flies into the ditch.
What?
Oh yeah, and I was on the beach next to it, and I had to get into the ocean to escape in December, Norway. Yeah, I was up to my chest in seawater. So I had to take like the long way round to get away from them because the guy was rather pissed.
Oh god.
And my friends ran away. The next day, the owner of the car is at the door.
Oh no!
Wanting to know why I did what I did yesterday, and it turns out since it was fresh snow, my idiot friends had ran straight back to my parents' place. They could just follow the footprints.
Oh god.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
my dad wasn't pleased because he had to help pay for the repairs on the car and stuff. That was a grim Christmas in Norway.
I got in trouble for knocking myself out by accident.
How did you
Really?
do that?
Stop
I
hitting yourself.
actually got in trouble. So we used to live in a court, right? So, you know, of course, it's got the round bit at the end of the court and then the entrance. I can't remember exactly how old I was, but I was sort of learning how to ride my bike with no hands, right? I finally got to the point where I'm actually riding the bike with no hands, and I'm looking back and I'm going to my sister, Nicole, check this out. I'm doing it. I've just kept going. I don't know why I didn't notice the perception of where I was, but I hit the gutter and I went over the handlebars. Like I was going reasonably quick because, of course, especially when you're learning it for the first time, you want to build up some speed, get some momentum. I've hit the gutter. I've gone flying over the handlebars into the light post that's actually at the end of the court. And I've knocked myself clean out. And I actually got yelled at for it.
Did he say knock it off? Knock it out?
Knock
Did
it
I ever
off.
tell you about my bicycle accident in the 90s?
I've had one.
No.
I was at a friend's place, and my mom called telling me, get back home, dinner's ready, right? So I got on my bike, rode my bike really fast while humming the Transformers theme song. Actually, I admit that. And
that's not the Transformers.
That's Power Rangers.
the wheels on my bicycle slipped or something at a bend, and I was sent flying over an electric fence that had cows in it. Landed softly. The reason why I landed softly was because my head was in cow shit,
Oh no!
like on the side. And when I got up, it made that sucking sound almost.
Oh no!
And yep, that one. And I remember looking down at that. It was the only pile of dung, for the only one.
You just
And
happened
it
to
had a-
land in the most unlucky spot.
Cow shit, like it's the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life.
It's
Because
rough.
there's a lot of like cow farms out here, and especially or like dairy farms, and especially when you're traveling somewhere, they're all like outside of the city. Oh my! You can smell them before you even get to them.
Close.
It is the worst smell ever. Ugh.
It's a
though.
grassy poo smell.
Yeah,
When
one of
I
my
lifted
mom's
my head up,
relatives. One of my mom's relatives had cows, and whenever we would visit their place, because they had like a farm, so you could always smell that scent every time we went.
Yeah, it's the worst
This-
smell ever. So you probably stunk so bad for days.
oh, it gets worse.
Oh no!
Because
Worse
I
than
lifted
that?
my head up and I could see like an imprint
Oh,
of my head in the shit. And I grabbed a bunch of grass and stuff and wiped it off, right? Desperately.
Yeah.
And I got on my bike, headed towards home, and my neighbor drives past, right? And he slows down, lowers the window, and looks at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Right? And I just nod at him and go, "Hi," And then
Hello there.
I was like, "Did I do some prank or something you found out about?" Right? I was pissed about something, and anyway, I went back home, and I was removing my shoes down in the hallway, and I looked at there's like a big mirror in front of the,
Yeah.
and I noticed that half of my face was still covered in shit,
Oh god!
like 50%. It looked like Two-Face from Batman. So yeah, I was bicycling past neighbors and stuff, and just nodding and smiling, and face full of shit.
They
And naturally,
probably
the
smelled it.
bathroom was on the second floor, so I had to like sneak past my parents and wash up. Didn't
Gross.
succeed.
Well, this turned to shit real quick.
Yeah.
That's a stick joke.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Because everything was wrapped up to be. Yeah. Or instead, I got shit faced in the 90s. Correct. Half shit faced.
Literally.
I get shit faced all the time.
Da-da-da-da. AFK Bard said, "Where is it at? Where is it at? Where's it at? Okay, kiddos, time to get the scars out and compare.
Yeah. The funny thing is I'm even surprised that I never got arrested.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that I did.
I've never been arrested. I got in trouble one time though, outside the club. By cops.
Oh.
I got in
Pissed on the
trouble.
police car
They made me sit down on the curb
Yeah, that's
because I was drinking in the
That's
club.
to curb your enthusiasm.
Well, like it was my boyfriend's 21st boyfriend.
Wow.
It was my ex-boyfriend's
Oh,
21st birthday. And everybody was taking shots, and I was underage. I was only 20, so I was like, I want to take a shot too. And my birthday was like the next month. So I was like, well, what's 1 month? It won't hurt. So I took a shot with them, and like right away, they kicked us out. It's like they were keeping an eye on us.
At least you gave it a shot.
I got the shot.
Yeah.
And then like the police officer, he was so nice. He's like, you turn 21 next week. Just wait a month. Here, take your card. He took my license. And I was not celebrating my 21st boyfriend.
Yeah.
It was birthday. 21st birthday. And he's like, take your card and go home. I was like, oh.
And that was 10 years ago. 21 boyfriends 10 years ago. You know, she's had another at least 50 since then.
How dare you? I have not.
How dare you?
I have not. Jerk face? Yeah, jerk face.
I've got to make sure.
I want to see all Lyndon's clips. Do you have a lot of them?
Yeah, I got about 50. I don't know.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to see them all.
We got nothing else to talk about. I don't want to talk about Star Wars anymore. I don't want to talk about WandaVision anymore. I don't want to talk about any of the garbage anymore. I just want the Snyder Cut.
Oh my god. I cannot believe that the newest character in Star Wars is a rock. I love that. Star Wars is so fucked. How is it a rock? Star Wars is so fucking fucked. They're a joke. It's a joke now. Look at Rhino. Look at Rhino.
I'm in pain.
He was like he was talking about like fire and the fact that he's a pyromaniac and you know. And now he's just like nope, not excited anymore. Oh my god! What is that?
Wow, why are you so loud?
I just saw them. Yeah.
McFarlane Toys. Snyder Cut Justice League figures.
Oh my god. That doesn't look... Holy fucking shit.
I will say Aquaman doesn't look right.
Let me see Aquaman.
It's in that first picture.
What are you talking about?
He looks better than the newest cartoon that's coming out.
Yeah.
That looks like Jason
That's
Momoa.
true.
Here, there's
That looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Oh my god, look at Step. What a fucking boss. No way, he looks awesome.
How do you feel about Henry Cavill no longer being Superman? I just want everyone on the stream to start feeling the way I feel. So I thought I'd just bring that up.
oh god, the way to kill a mood, Rhino.
Yeah, I know.
You want to talk about something like positive, and you're like, how do you feel about like Henry Cavill not being Superman anymore?
Well, we're like about less than an hour away from Aquaman's drop, apparently.
You wait for the backlash to that.
Backlash to what? Aquaman?
Nah, the Superman thing.
With JJ and that.
Yeah, well, it's already kind of starting. I mean, like, granted, I know it's going to be a while before they even remotely start filming that or working on it because they haven't even hired a director yet. But at the same time, it's like you're introducing that and you haven't even wrapped up Henry Cavill's Superman Thor.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I'd be surprised if they like started filming anytime soon. I think it was just an announcement to take some shots at Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason that I feel like it would be announced. Warner Brothers is always announcing shit and never following through. I mean, we were supposed to have a Flash movie like fucking 5 years ago. We were supposed to have a Cyborg movie, Justice League Parts 1 and 2. They're always like fucking blowing their load way too early. I really don't think that
or not at all.
Or not at all, yeah.
But also
they're constantly giving like their fan base fucking blue balls. So like I really don't think that this is going to get filmed or anytime soon. I think that they just want it to be like, oh yeah, fuck you, Zack Snyder. Here's a new Batman. Fuck you, Zack. Or not Batman, Superman. Here's a new Superman. Fuck you, Zack Snyder. So it doesn't have a director attached to it. It's just like an announcement. What's an announcement nowadays? What is an announcement nowadays? It's fucking nothing. So once it gets like a fucking director attached to it, maybe like they announce an actual actor that's going to play Superman, then I'll start to, get concerned. But just an announcement is nothing. It's nothing. Fuck Warner Brothers.
Now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what it feels like.
I know what it feels like now.
Now you fucking know.
There you go. And I did it on fucking purpose too. Once you started talking, I was like, fuck no, I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, for those of us that aren't, native English speakers, right? Sometimes slang and stuff doesn't compute. What does blue balls mean?
Not gonna get you off.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a
tease. Like, oh yeah, here's all this stuff, but we're not actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like that chick
like
with the pie.
It's like a cock tease.
I think how insulting is it to Henry Cavill, who wants to play Superman, has expressed his want to play Superman and his love for playing the character and the role. And I think he does a great job, and so many people think he does a great job. It's kind of the same as like Gina Carano finding out that she got fired on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's that same level of like, we don't give a fuck about the way that these people feel as long as we can give shit to Zack Snyder by doing this sort of thing. If that's the true reason why they're doing it. Blake's trying to trigger me so no one else can talk.
No, I'm not going to do that.
And I saw.
I'm not going to do that. Okay.
But I just think it's insulting to Henry Cavill, just like it was for Gina Carano.
Well, and the fact that also Henry Cavill, I feel like I need to sneeze, but it won't come out. The fact that like Henry Cavill is one of the last people, and not because he didn't support Zack Snyder, it probably because he was either under contract or he wanted to stay in the role of Superman, but he was one of like the last people to say release the Snyder Cut. Because his role as Superman was like so up in the air, he was one of the last people to say like, come on and release the Snyder Cut. And I feel like that's probably why he was on stream with Zack when the Snyder Cut was announced. So, the fact that like Warner Brothers would do that, they have no soul. The people that work there are fucking trolls, idiots. I fucking hate WB. Like, fuck you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they buy a property. They have no idea the property they have. They've like had their heads up their asses pretty much. Right, we're sitting here and going, okay, you screwed over Zack Snyder, you screwed over David Ayer, and now you're like bringing in a racist writer to basically create a black Superman. I'm like, which is okay. In and of itself is fine because there is a black Superman. Like I think they're like Lethal pointed out, like Vel-Zod, they'll be doing that if they do that. But at the same time, it's like wrap up what Snyder started. Like you could have all this shit, but use the Flash movie as a multiverse opener, like what they're planning.
I wouldn't want to work with WB anymore. I wouldn't want to.
They're not gonna.
If I was Zack, I wouldn't want to work
that.
with them anymore.
I know, but
fuck them. That's why I'm so happy that they're not supporting the Snyder Cut. They're not supporting Zack because they're just showing why everything has been so fucked that comes out. from there that they support. Everything's been so fucked that they support because they don't support the artist. They support the virtue signal. They support their money, their wallets. That's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they support. That's what they want. So fuck
it's
them.
not going away until people stop paying for it. That's the thing.
Well, that's why we have to basically shift our resource, our money to supporting. Like, if you're looking forward to the Justice League, support that by purchasing stuff tied to it. Like, show WB that this is what we want. We don't want this
hashtag.
Yeah,
I got a new hashtag. Once the Snyder Cut comes out, and I think it's actually going to be quite good. But once it actually comes out, then just complete the Snyderverse trending.
Yeah, and I think like drunk 3PO, Jay is like absolutely right. Something trending on Twitter, it's basically money to them. And that's what they hate. They fucking hate that Release the Snyder Cut trends so much. Thank you, Zack. Happy birthday, Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's Justice League. It has been trending practically every single day. There's something about the Snyder Cut because everybody is so excited about it. And they hate that. So, just fucking screw them. God, I can't stand them. But support it. Support the Snyder. Even if you don't fucking like Zack Snyder, even if you don't like the characters that he's given to you on screen. I don't know why anybody wouldn't like Zack Snyder because he's the fucking man and he actually respects his fans. But for some reason, there's people out there who just can't stand Zack Snyder because, according to them, he puts out stuff that they don't like. So because he puts out stuff, his vision is something that they don't like or they don't agree with, they're like, fuck you, Zack Snyder, I hate you.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking stupid because the man himself is... It's like Lethal said, he's a fucking Chad. He's amazing. If you watch him on streams, he's like so down to earth. He'll go on stream with someone who has like 10 people watching. He's an amazing guy. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And he respects you. He gives you his time. He just respects you as a person.
These people just have to spurg out because they were wrong. They don't want to admit it. Like, they don't like his movies. Okay, fine. You don't have to like everything. But like when we're celebrating because it's something that fought for like 2+ years, and you just have to go in and go, it's still going to be shit, or like still perpetuate to the myth of Joss Whedon tried to save Justice League, but Zack Snyder wasn't such a mess. Or
even if it's shit, it's his shit.
I hope it's one big troll, and you all get punked in like on March 18th, pretty much. Like, really? Like, really? Like, you can't just, I don't know, like, just...
I love that Blake just keeps writing tracking fobs.
Don't start him. No, I think it's 3:30 here. So.
Look away, Ryno. Look away.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, complete the Snyderverse. Like, they're not... I don't have, like, high hopes for it. If they end up doing more movies, it won't be with Warner Brothers support. It'll be, HBO Max and AT&T support.
Yeah.
And I think that's if Zack decides to do it because he has like the last say so, obviously he doesn't give a fuck about money because he's not getting paid for this movie. He did everything for free. So I mean, it's not like they can just toss him like a chunk of change and tell him to complete it. He's actually been asked that before. He's been asked that. I'm sorry, Mara. Go ahead. You can exit. I stopped talking right now.
She's muted.
She was only talking to keep me shut up.
All right.
It's like, I'm sorry, you can leave now.
She said she had to leave,
and
I just kept talking, so I stopped so she could do her exit.
I'm gonna have to leave like soon, but it is gonna have to be like really soon because it's my dad's birthday and we're basically having family.
Happy birthday!
Tomorrow's dad. Happy birthday tomorrow's
So I gotta take care of stuff before.
Happy birthday, Mr. Jade.
Mr. Jade.
Mr. Jade.
Cubby House.
That's adorable.
Oh my
we're
God.
gonna wrap up. I'm pretty sure
This one, and I don't know if I'm gonna do one for the Aquaman reveal.
I'll do it. Do you think it's going to be Aquaman? I thought it was going to be Aquaman just because I was like, well, actually, no. Maybe they'll stick with like the Trinity and it'll be Wonder Woman.
No, because you're going to do Wonder Woman for the International Women's Day.
Yeah. That's a good idea. See, I thought it was going to be Aquaman, someone in the middle. I didn't think he was going to complete the Trinity just yet.
No, Aquaman is always at the bottom. He's under the ocean.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. No more fucking.
It's going to be Cyborg.
It's not going to be Cyborg. He's saving Cyborg for the end because Cyborg is the heart of the movie and he's his like favorite character. He's saving Cyborg for the end. Actually, no, he's saving Darkseid for the end. But as far as like the Justice League, he's saving it for the end. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll go live on my channel, on my new channel.
New channel.
Hello.
All right. Caption. Thanks for those massive tits. Yep. Okay. Cool.
This is for burning down the Cubby house. Have a pie.
Cubby house.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for
fat tits.
Oh my god.
Tits and all.
I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass
P word.
Make that pull out game week. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word. Give me everything you've got for this wet ass P word. Beat it up, N-word, cut your charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a haggle levels inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P word is wet, come take a dive. They continue along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like, a lot more vulgar.
Don't trust China. China is asshole. Don't trust China. China is asshole. Don't trust China. Asshole. Trust China. China is asshole. Don't trust China. China is asshole. Don't trust China. Asshole. Don't trust China. China is asshole. Don't trust China. China is asshole. Don't trust China. Asshole. Trust China. Asshole. Trust China.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fucking bitch.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
Damn, fuck! God! Damn it, Jeremy!
Rage against the dying.
Subscribe to Steph's new channel.
God! Fucking